There we go. Hey, and welcome. I'm so glad. Tiff and I are really glad to see you here with us today. This is something new and different that we have never done. And tonight is called Courage to be Seen. And you are the healers on this planet. You are the deep feelers. You are here for a reason. And being alive and being here means that you being willing to be seen, you being willing to speak your truth is critical. And that's really what today is all about. For any of you that are watching this as a replay, I have an ask for all of you that watch this as a replay. And that is that you will reply. So we'll send an email out with the replay, but only to the people that are here, only to the people that have registered. And if any of you are watching this as a replay only, but you were not live with us, I would love to hear your truth as well. And you'll understand better by the end of today's live stream. But to send a reply to the email that you get and share your truth with us too. So we are going to do some really exciting things together. And before we do that, let's go ahead and do a grounding, put our shields on, right? We're in a room with a lot of people and we're all really deep feelers, which means we absorb, right? We pick up from each other and life is moving and shaking for all of us. So it's good to put on our shield. So I invite you, if you can go ahead and close your eyes, if you're comfortable doing that, just close your eyes, breathe into your body, breathe in. And as you breathe in, just hold that air in your body for a moment. And then when you're ready, you can do a nice long exhale. And as you exhale, let everything from this day wash off of you. Just let it pour off. You're just going to let it pour down through your feet, down into the earth, and the earth will transmute the energy. And again, take a really nice deep breath in. And as you hold that air in your gorgeous lungs, anywhere you've taken on anyone else's stuff, let it go. With the exhale, let go and give back anywhere you've picked up from anyone else today. So they can just have their own energy and you release it from you as you exhale. And I want you to do that one more time. When you're ready, a nice big inhale, hold that. And when you're ready, a big exhale as you let go of the day. Let go where you've carried other people's stuff. Let it go. Good. And now just allow yourself to breathe regularly. And I want you to become aware of anywhere that you gave your power away today, or where you've been regularly giving it away. Pull it back to you. Pull that beautiful power that is you back to you. You can tap it into your heart if that feels aligned. Bring yourself right back into your space. So it's just you and you, right? And then put your shield on when you're ready. Breathe into your heart center. As you breathe in, expand your natural shield, your energy shield around you. It can be any color. It can be whatever feels aligned to you. And it's filtered, so there are slits in it, so all the good can still attract to you and come to you, but it holds off the low and the heavy. So you feel light and easy. And just one more thing before you open your eyes, allow yourself to connect in with the energy of your attendance here on this call with us tonight. Set your intention that you will feel and know your deepest truths, what's been asking to be shared, to be spoken out loud, that it will come clear to you. Give your unconscious brain permission to give it to you, to let you hear whatever is true for you. Good. And now when you're ready, take a big breath in, come all the way into your body, breathe right down into your hips. As you drop fully into your body, you can open your eyes and join us here. Now, you all look like familiar faces, but here's the deal. If any of you are a new face or you haven't done many classes with Tiff and I or any of our live streams or anything, you are in the right place. You are in a room full of the most loving lovers on the planet. We are in good company here. So it is a very safe space for you to be your authentic self. Okay. And I would love now to have you drop into the chat thread where you're joining us from. So just share, open your chat and just share. Tiff and I are in Salt Lake City, Utah. And I would love to know, we'd love to know where you're joining us from. So all of you can see that you're not alone, that there are like-minded, powerful people like unto yourself that are here. It's so good to see your faces. Oh my God, you guys are doing such a great job showing your faces. It's amazing. I love it. Okay, let's see. Oh, wow, I was in the wrong chat thread. Okay,
I know.
Alberta.
Like, are you going to say?
I know, no, I was over in a different chat thread. And
You have a lot of people from all over.
I know, Salt Lake City, Utah, Alberta, Canada, Perth, Western Australia, Texas, Aloha from the Big Island, Hawaii, Highlands Ranch, Colorado, Hampshire, United Kingdom, California, Rochester, New York, Taylorsville, Utah, Alaska, South Jordan, Utah, Bonifay, Florida, Penticton, British Columbia, Canada, Barb, Canada. Oh, so good to see you, humans. Ambria is going to turn her camera on in a second. Perfect. Any of you that want to turn your camera on, this is the place to do it because you are welcome here.
We want to see your faces.
We do. We love seeing your faces. Draper, Utah, Sandy, Utah, Utah here. Okay. So, having said that, Tiff and I have been running our coaching and healing business for 17 years now. And we have been in the business of helping people like yourself stand more loudly in your authenticity. And we do that through helping you remember the truth of who you really are. Your perfect self is who you are, right? And we also do that through mindset, helping you identify and clear the bullshit that you've been believing about yourself that is not true. So welcome. You're in the right place. You would not be on this call if there wasn't something that's going to happen here tonight for you that will be really beautiful. So with that, Tiff, I'm going to turn this over to you and you can take it away.
Hi. So when Jack was telling me about what we're going to do tonight, it was all about being seen and but first seeing yourself and then showing yourself to others. And so I'm going to share with you a bit about my story about coming out to be seen. Jack just told you that we've been doing this for about 17 years. I just sat here and thought, my God, that is a long time. That is a long time of us putting ourselves out there. But in the beginning, it wasn't so easy. And I remember asking Jack if he'd be my business partner. And he said, I'll be your secretary. And I kind of rolled my eyes. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you serious? I don't need a secretary. I need a business partner. And Jack, his favorite thing was not to be seen on camera. He hated it. And I had always been on camera because I was a singer, songwriter, actress, all the things that are out there. But I had never come out on camera and started speaking about my gifts. And I was taught in my family that if you have spiritual gifts, first of all, you don't charge money for them. And second of all, you keep it to yourself and you keep it in the family. So as you can imagine, I adopted that mentality. And when I decided to start a business with Jack, I had absolutely no intention of talking about my gifts. Because we started a business talking about mindset and how to clear your limiting beliefs so that you could actually create the life that you wanted. It didn't even occur to me that if you create the life that you want, you have to be seen. And I didn't think too much about it because I didn't have a problem being seen talking about certain things, but I did not talk about my gifts. And so we had a business coach. Most of the years of our life together, Jack's had his own business coach. Now he is the business coach. But she said, our business coach, her name was Angela. She said, Tiff, why aren't you talking about being a psychic medium and a healer and a channel? And I'm like, wait, what? Why? She goes, that's who you are. That's what you do. Every time you sit in a session, you use your gifts to help people move forward, which was absolutely true, but I didn't feel like I needed to talk about it. And I really had to sit down and take a look of why I don't. And I was scared shitless to do it. Because at the time we were being sued by a crazy person trying to prove that I was crazy. And I'm like, if I come out with my gifts, people are going to think I'm crazy. And I had to do a lot of our proprietary process is called bag work. It removes the limiting beliefs from your brain so you can move forward. It's very powerful and very effective. And that's what our whole business was built on. But I had to use that very process to get rid of the lies that I was believing about myself, that people would think I was crazy, that, evil spirits would get me. I had a list that went on and on and on. So I started doing my bag work. And it was time for me to come out of the closet with my spiritual gifts as a healer and as a psychic medium. And it scared me. Even when I did it, it scared me. I didn't have a community around me that was super supportive at the time. And I didn't realize that we'd be walking into a world that thrives on this kind of thing. Because this was 17 years ago. So I did it anyway. I had to do a lot of bag work, and then I just started talking about it. And the thing that blew my mind, I don't think I ever got one person that said I was crazy. I had two experiences. I did have one guy come into the office that wanted me to bring through his son that had died in an accident. He was actually there to prove that I was a hoax. I dismissed him and kicked him out of the office. And I used to do something called the girls' night out, and you'd pay $60 and you'd get 20 minutes of my time. And there was a whole group of people. And there was one woman that came to prove that I was a hoax. And then I said something that made her cry and go, oh my God, it's real. Those were the two experiences that I had. Out of everything else, everyone was very open to my gifts, and I just started using them and talking about them, but my family didn't know. And when my family learned of this, more rejection came. And I realized I had to be willing to step into the truth of why I'm on this planet, whether people like it or not. The public has been the most loving and generous. My family has been the opposite. I have a couple of cousins and one aunt out of a very vast family that is not scared to death of me. And if anyone that knows me now knows that I am like a sassy bitch that says everything and anything, and I have no fear anymore. However, that's not how it began for me. I really had to take a deep look, and I was very, very programmed with religion. So all the religious ideology and dogma that was in my head, I had to get rid of that because I was afraid. I was always afraid of the devil. if I'm being honest. That the devil was going to get me. That was my mom's thing. The devil will get you. And I'm like, I don't want the devil to get me. I've seen enough scary things. I don't need any more. But I just kept doing it. And much to my surprise, it has given to me the most abundant, lovely, fulfilling life possible. Years down the road, I had a new experience that I had to come out with that scared me probably as much as the first time. And I wasn't sure how to manage it. So I did a medicine journey with psilocybin and channeled a group of beings called the Blue. And they came through my body and shared some things that changed my entire world, actually turned it upside down because it eradicated most of my belief system from religion. And they were teaching me things. And that happened, I think, maybe 12 years ago, 10 to 12 years ago. I did not come out in public with the Blue until 2 years ago. Because I had to get brave with that too. Because not only am I a psychic medium, which whatever, like I can show up with the best of them, and I'm a healer. Talk to people that have come in for healings with me, and they can share with you themselves their experience. But now I'm a channel, and now the Blue is constantly talking to me. I am connected with the Blue at any given time. For the first 5 or 6 years, it was on and off when it was necessary, and it just got more and more and more. Now it is what it is, and they are a conglomeration of beings that carry source energy. So they come straight from the top, and they're really incredible beings. And I've evolved a lot through the things that they've shared with me. When I first came out and started talking about the Blue, there was some resistance because I was already established, and there were some people, even in our school or clients, that were not comfortable with the Blue. And I had to be willing to keep doing it anyway. And I can't say that I felt super safe doing it. But I knew the messages were profound and they were true, and whoever resonated with them, it would change their life. And if someone didn't resonate with them, that's okay. I wasn't here to prove anything. I was just here to deliver the message I'm here to deliver. And it doesn't ever feel comfortable. And if you're waiting for a time when you're ready to finally do it, you'll never do it, because your brain will always tell you it's not time. Just learn a little bit more. Work on your confidence. Make your website. Do your business cards. Do this, do that, and all these dumb distractions that keep you from living your purpose. And my friends, let me tell you something. You are here for a reason. There is a group of people waiting. I'm going to get emotional because it's just such a big deal. I know who you are. I know why you're here. And you matter. What you have to say, your wisdom, the trauma you've worked through, the wisdom that you've gleaned from it, the spiritual gifts that you've always carried from the second you were born are meant for you, because you're here to use those gifts to bring joy to yourself and to other people. But we're scared. We're sick of being rejected. We're sick of being told we're too sensitive. We're sick and tired of being minimized. We are sick and tired of being sick and tired. The truth is this: get over it and show up. God, if I can do it, you can do it. There's no accident that you're on this call. And as I was sitting here thinking about what I was going to share, there were so many times I had to come out and be seen. And let me tell you something. I wasn't afraid of the public. I was afraid of my family. Because I come from some wild renegades. They're very religious, they're very mean, and they're very wild. And I'm like, they're going to come after me in some way. And they did. And I was just fine. I had a few people that were snotty online, but you know what I say? I say, shut up. That's it. That's all I say. I don't really care about how the public sees me. And at this point, I don't care how my family sees me. They're most of my family. I don't engage with anymore. And I've come to that understanding and I'm totally okay. But gosh, it took a while to get here. And I wish someone would be telling me what I'm telling you right now back then. Because I know that you made a decision before you were born to come at this time to bring the new earth here, to hold the frequencies in your very body and stand in a place of power. Whether you speak or not, your energy on this earth has shifted it. And now it's time for you to speak up. Let me tell you what it's done for me, the fact that I spoke up. For one thing, I make a living doing what I do. And I make a good living doing what I do. I had to get over this thing that you don't charge money for your gifts. I'm like, well, okay. I had a few people say, you're such a charlatan. You just are using your gifts and fooling people and taking their money. And I'm like, well, what's the difference between a doctor or a dentist or a healer or a garbage man? It doesn't really matter. You're offering your skills. So why the F do we have an issue here? And once I got over that, then I could actually charge what I'm worth. And so then I didn't have to overcome that anymore. Because I'm like, I can't be seen and go out and charge people. If I charge people, they're not going to want to hear what I have to say. And let me tell you, healers, they give so much for free, it makes me want to like choke you down. And it's because we want to heal people. And we think that if we take their money, we're hurting them. This is bullshit. And this is another class you can come to. I'm not going to get off on this right now. But that's one of the reasons I didn't want to be seen, because I didn't want to say to people, this is how much I charge. And then what if I made a mistake? What if I told someone something and I saw something and it was wrong? Well, I have. Not very often, but it's happened. I'm not here to be perfect, and neither are you. You will evolve in this process of being seen. You will teach things or say things, in 2 years, you will change your mind. And this is good because you know what it does? Once you start speaking and people see you, you're giving them permission to do the same thing. And on top of that, that was the very thing they needed to hear at the time they needed to hear it so they could get to the next step, even if what you said you changed your mind about later. Everything that you are doing is helping. But what we get lost in is we're not having joy in it because we're like, I can't do it. I can't be seen. I'm just going to focus on this. If I have a really good website, then people will flock to me. Guess what? Nobody gives a shit about your website. We've had our website up forever and it's amazing and nobody goes. I don't think. Maybe they do, Jack. But we have all these reasons, all these excuses, and I had to overcome every single one of them, just like you do. And tonight, I'm talking to you about this because it's time. It's time to stop distracting yourself. And it's time for you to be seen. And it's time for you to speak about what matters to you, because it's not going to matter to you unless it's relevant, especially in this day and age. The world is no longer what it was. We are living in new earth energies and in Edenic energy. We are living in heaven on earth energy, in 5D energy. It is here. And it is you that is here to teach in these frequencies because people are finally ready to hear what you have to say. You had enough practice. You had enough time to learn. You have enough certifications. You've done it. Now it's time to show up. So good job on everybody that is willing to be seen tonight. Jack, is there anything you want to add before I go into this visualization I'm going to take everybody into?
I love what you shared.
Thanks, babe.
That's what I'd like to add. And yeah, I really did think I was going to be Tiff's secretary. And boy, it has been a road of visibility. I have never lived more authentic. And I remember the first reel I posted. I was so stressed. I hated it so badly. And I would say now that I post reels pretty regularly, just sharing something like that's true, I hear from people and I hear that it makes a difference and they hear something that supports them on their journey. And I love that. And Tiff, I loved what you shared about that too, about how good how you wish that you would have had someone back then saying what you're saying right now today. And I will tell you that Tiff and I are very driven for this. I'm extremely driven for the business to, and I know that the business that I create and the business, the outreach and growth that I keep working in and on, it is so that you can be your truest self. That's the whole point. We aren't here to tell you who to be. We're not here to tell you how to be. We're just here to say, please be you and be that even louder because you are uniquely created with a very unique perspective and your own unique troubles and your own unique strengths. And like Tiff said earlier, there are people on this planet that are directly linked to you that need to hear what you have to say. Because it's only the way you say it through all of the experiences you've lived through and overcome and maybe facing right now that gives you your perspective. And when you talk about something through your own eyes, the way you see it, your message it's your unique tone, frequency, sound, way of being that they are waiting for the way you say it. And this is one of the downloads Tiff actually had from the blue way early on, that we each have our own pattern that follows after us, that is part of our path and our journey and our responsibility, truly, to be authentic to ourselves so that we can also assist their journey forward. And this experience tonight, this courage to be seen, is something that presented itself. This isn't me sitting around like twiddling my thumbs trying to figure out a really great idea for a live stream. This slapped me upside the head and said, this is what you're doing next. I'm like, oh my God, I can feel that is true. I can feel this is true. This is the truth. And those of you on the call with us, there's no accident. There isn't. And when I say that, if that makes you feel a little activated or triggered or kind of like, oh my God, I feel really uncomfortable, good.
Good.
It means you're in the right place, right? It means your brain is fighting against this movement into the unfamiliar from where you've been. And now Tiff is going to take everyone in the room through an exercise to help you get crystal clear on what in you is begging to be seen. And then we're going to give you the opportunity to be seen here in this room. Are we going to force you? No. Are we inviting you? Yes. Some of you will unmute and you'll come on camera. And after Tiff takes you through the exercise, you will have more clarity and you will have the chance to emote what matters to you. Or you can write it in a chat thread. Or if you're watching the replay, you can send us an email because I will read it. And let us know what matters to you. We want to know what matters to you. We want to hear your voice. So that's what it's all about. So Tiff, I'll turn it back over to you. And then as Tiff takes us through the exercise, of course, I'll be right here in the chat thread. So if any of you have questions or something that you need answers to, drop it in the chat thread. I'll be with you there. And let's do this. This time.
Thank you. Something just hit me and came into me really clear that I need to just say. Jack and I were driving. We we run the roads. We always drive on Fridays. That's our date day. We take it all off all day, just spend it together. We usually listen to books or listen to music or talk about deep things, whatever. And he asked me the question, what's the purpose of your life? Like on your deathbed, if you didn't do it, what would break your heart the most? And I started to cry. It really shocked me that I feel like my whole purpose is to get to as many people as I can and help them find their true selves and to stand in their power. And I cried because I thought, if I did not do that, I would feel horrible. So I have been willing to be ridiculed and rejected, which doesn't happen too much anymore. Doesn't mean it won't. But this is what I want you to think of. Every person that you're here to touch, you have a contract with, that you made a decision before you were born to show up for them. What if you didn't fucking do it? How would you feel? This doesn't mean you have to be a healer like me. It doesn't mean you have to be a channel, not a psychic medium. You could work at the zoo. You could be a car salesperson. You could be anything. It's the frequency that you carry and being willing to be seen and to speak when you're in your places. What if you just hid and you didn't show up? How do you think you would feel on your deathbed? Go ahead and put it in the chat. How would you feel? It's true. You are amazing, Michelle. Thanks, Helen. Alex, like I never existed. That doesn't sound like a very good feeling. Disappointed, sad, hurt, devastated, invisible, a waste of life, disappointed in myself, horrible. Life had passed me by, regretful, sad. Yeah, me too. Unfulfilled. That's right, Araceli, you'd come right back and do it again. Terrible press. This isn't to put pressure on you. Maybe it is. But I need you to wake up and see. I need you to wake up and look. There's no accident that you're here on this call today. As a teacher, I'm not a fluffy, woo-woo, gentle, soft voice. I will kick your ass if I can see that you are not doing what you said you would do if you signed up to be in my school. I will say, let's get it together. The classes are very, very powerful. And if you show up and you do it, it's great. If you don't, you'll feel it because I'll talk about it in class. But this is what I want you to know. Your flavor, your tone, is necessary, no matter what job you have. And it's my job and it's Jack's job to help you get there. And by God damn, we will do it. Because it's that important to us. We're not going to be on our deathbed and we're not going to say, oh, I wish I would have done what I said I would do. So I'm going to tone it down a little so we can do a little visualization. Let me pull it up here. This is a guided exercise that is going to help you find some of your truth. Now, let me tell you, when I say some of your truth, you have so much truth in you. To access all your truth at any given moment would be impossible because it's an evolution. But we're going to access some of it tonight, okay? So go ahead, take a good deep breath and close your eyes. I'm inviting everyone to get comfy and soften your body. Okay, shake your shoulders, move your head, shake your hands, your feet. We've all had a long day. For some, it might be 2 a.m. in another country. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving yourself enough. Gentle breaths now, and I want you to feel the support of the ground, the chair you're sitting in, the field that is around you, the energy field. Good. Everything in the universe is here to support you, to love you, to assist you. Now, I want you to drop deep into your body. I want you to notice all the sensations going on inside. Good. Just notice. Don't make up a story about it. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's right. It just is. Bring your awareness to your body, to your heart, to your belly, to your breath. Notice if there's any tightness anywhere in your body. And if there is, take a deep breath in and then exhale. And when you exhale, just notice that part of your tight body is releasing. Now just breathe gently into any other place that needs to release and allow it to do so. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to continue to do this. Good. Isn't that nice? Just to kind of take a load off and relax and allow your body to release any resistance it's holding. Now, I want you to remember a time, maybe recently, or maybe a long time ago, when you wanted to say something true that was true to you, or show part of yourself, but you hesitated. You didn't say it. I want you to notice how that felt when you didn't show yourself or speak up. Now, bring forward that deep need and longing that you've been carrying, that desire. It's a need, a dream, a piece of you that's ready for the light. Just bring it forward. Just take as long as you need. Good. If that part of you had a voice, what would it say right now? What does it want the world, or even just a community, or even just a friend to know? Now, I want you to imagine yourself in a safe circle, surrounded by people who celebrate your courage. Seeing yourself stepping forward, speaking or showing that truth, and being completely received with warmth, acceptance, and celebration. Notice how your body feels as you are witnessed and welcomed. Isn't that amazing? Let that sense of belonging really sink in. Now, I want you to let a word, a phrase, or an image rise up in you. Hold it gently with love. Know that you can share it tonight if you choose to, in your own voice, or in the chat, or simply in your own heart. All ways are welcome here. When you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. And I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to jot down what you found in yourself. Go ahead and do that now. Good, 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 good. Now, I'm just going to ask you a few questions and I want you to jot the answers down. Okay. What is one truth about you that's ready to be seen tonight? Just jot that down um, on your paper. Okay. What is one truth that's ready to be seen tonight? Okay, the next question. What have you been longing to say or express, but you haven't? Just jot that down on your paper. What have you been longing to say or express, but you haven't? And the last one, What is the declaration your soul wants to make in this new chapter? That you are what? What is the declaration that your soul wants to make in this new chapter? There's some really powerful energy coming from this group. I can feel it so strong. I'm going to give you about 20 more seconds and then we're going to move to the next part of the class tonight. Very good. So now I'm going to invite those that are willing to share. Now you can do this by typing it in the chat, or you can unmute and share it. I'm going to turn this part over to Jack to kind of navigate this part. And this is going to be, you're going to have to be brave and full of courage to share because it's never comfortable. But let me tell you something really quick. When you share with others, you're giving other people an opportunity to think deeper because you're introducing something to them that doesn't belong to them. So it is a real benefit for your peers, your fellow students to share. Okay, go ahead, Jack.
Okay, so what we'll do is I want to honor each person as you share, whether you're speaking openly, which I'm really asking you to lean in and let's share like verbally here on the screen. And if you write in the chat thread, I don't want any crosstalk. I want no advice giving. In order for you to feel safe, you need to be able to speak your truth without someone else telling you what you should do or how you should feel. If you want to say, I love you, I hear you, I understand, that's fine. But if you're like, well, you really should see how beautiful you are. No, that's not fine. Everyone needs the space just to be where they are. And I will just, so what I would like you to do, those of you that are ready, just raise your hand. The way you do that is like there's a thing that says raise hand. See that? And then you can lower your hand, but that's how you'll get my attention. And I'll just go through the order that you raise your hand. The thing that I'll share, and I feel super nervous. I've shared this inside a mindset reboot inside our school a little bit, but not the extent of how I feel. And I feel very emotional, and it's about my body. And it's a big deal. I hate my scars because of the way they look. And you may think, Jack, like your scars are no big deal. And this is where crosstalk. I don't say my scars are no big deal because I'm sharing how they feel to me. Because I had a breast reduction when I was 21. I did not understand what it meant to be transgender. I just knew I wanted my boobs gone. I didn't have a context that I could actually have full top surgery. I just thought I had to have a reduction. I wanted to go flat and the doctor wouldn't do it. He talked me into not doing that, and I wasn't strong enough to say yes, this is my money, this is my body, I can do what I choose. I wasn't strong enough, but my scars created a real trouble. And the surgeon, after I had my top surgery and my breasts removed, when she took off the bandages, I saw her face drop. And Tiff was there, she saw it too. Because of the way my scars looked with my nipple placement, it put them really close together. And I was devastated. And I have not taken my shirt off in public. No one outside of Tiff has seen my body for 10 years. I have not gone swimming. I have not sat in a hot tub. And I love to swim. And I love to get in a hot tub. I hate going to pool parties. And am I going to pull my shirt off here? No, I'm not going to because I don't feel ready. And this is a really vulnerable thing for me to share. And thank you for being here in this space. And that's my truth. There you go. I can do a reel, I can get on, I can do videos, I can coach, I can talk all day long, I can teach, but don't ask me to take my shirt off. Because that one, I'm not there yet. But maybe one of these days you'll see a picture on Facebook of me swimming. Oh my God, you'll know. You'll have the inside scoop. So Araceli, let's go to you. Go ahead and unmute and please share.
There we go. Hi.
Hi.
So, I don't like seeing myself on the camera, as you know about me. But here I am in my full glory. And what I'm sharing, I wrote, I am whole and enough. I am me. And I am whole and enough as I am. And I see you are too.
Beautiful.
That is gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you.
Who would like to go next?
Jack, can you hear me?
Yeah.
We have like Michelle over here in the chat. We have Crystal, Michelle, Katie. Do you want to share those?
Yeah, I would love to. Michelle says, powerful, loved, enough, and strong. Crystal, womanly wisdom, strong. Katie, I am worthy, I am enough. Michelle is standing up for myself. Crystal Williams, one truth, crazy determination, longing to be expressed. My wisdom, declaration for a new chapter, the fire within me. Thank you. That's gorgeous. Belinda, go ahead.
I just want to say that this might sound ridiculous. I can't put into words as much as I feel it, but I just feel this overwhelming joy and love and happiness and sparkles. I feel like this, I know we've talked about this before, Tiff, like Tinkerbell. I'm not Tinkerbell, but that I feel like this, like I'm going around and sprinkling all the beautiful sparkles and bubbles and happy joy on everyone. And that's my job. That's what I feel like my job is. And what I have to say matters and it's meaningful.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing, Belinda. That is so true about you.
You're welcome.
Michelle, go ahead and unmute.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
This is what I want to woo, just coming out and like being who I am and not having to explain to anybody why I'm with a woman and what I've been through in my past and just being true to myself and standing up for myself and like finally feeling comfortable and like my hairstyle and like just cutting my hair and just like this is what I like. This is who I am. I don't need to be anybody else. So it was hard at first, but now I'm like, no, I don't have to explain why I'm with a woman, but just being true and standing up for myself. So
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
I
do have something.
Oh,
I'm not piggybacking or nothing, but it's just easier. So one thing that I've had to do is I'm gonna honestly say standing up for myself. Something that's extremely powerful that has happened recently is kind of ties into what Tiff was saying with having a contract with people. And I had that feeling with my daughter, who is not biological to me. I met her when she was 3 months old, and around this time, almost 7 years ago, she was moving with her family without my knowledge. My family never got to see her again. It has been 6 years of a long time. that's a whole lifetime sometimes. And by some miracle, a friend of ours reconnected my daughter with me last month, and it's my birthday month as well as hers. And I feel like I can fulfill my contract because I can talk to her again. And if I was able to actually speak up and have them listen, I would have adopted her sooner. Because I tried and I tried, but it wasn't enough. So that is the one thing that I want to say is my curiosity and my kindness are something that is in me that I wish I was able to push forward more. And that is it. Thank you.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Thank
For
you.
sure.
Okay, Lisa.
I want to be united at all. Our
Lisa, Lisa, we can't hear you. It's cutting out really, really bad, so we can't make out your words. Oh, did we lose her? Okay, we'll keep an eye out for her to come back, okay. Caroline, let's go to you, and then let's do that, and then I'll just bring Lisa back up.
Yeah, for me, it's so much of my life was being ruled by other people, telling me what to do, what I should do, what I shouldn't do, and listening to them and being really, really, really unhappy, I think, really. But this last 3 years, 3.5 years of being with Empath School and all the work that I've put in, all the calls and that, I'm standing in my own power now. And I feel great. I'm standing up to people that would bully me and whatever, and I say, no, that's not for me. That's not for me. And I feel so powerful for doing that, standing in my own truth, what's right for me. And it's very powerful.
I love that
Beautiful.
so much. Thank
That
you,
is amazing.
Caroline.
Thank you.
Thank you, Caroline. Lisa, we couldn't hear you. It was cutting out really bad and we couldn't hear your words.
Can you
So-
hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead, please.
I've been through a lot. I have heart failure. I was diagnosed 3 months ago, but I'm on a journey. I'm driving. I've had a lot of people that have been there for me. And I just want to share that I've been misunderstood, but I think I'm getting better. And I've got the greatest doctors in the world. And for the person out there that has a child, I get it. But it's not all about me. And I'm glad she's in a good place. And thank you for letting me share.
Beautiful, Lisa. Good job on driving, by the way. Good job.
I'm doing it.
Good job.
I'm doing it.
That's good. Thank you. Okay, Debbie Brown. Debbie. There you go. Oh, I'm going to click the ask to, oh, Mary. I'm going to go to Debbie. I didn't see Mary and then Mary, okay? So Debbie, you and then Mary. Let me click the button again and see if it prompts you. Oh, were you raising your hand, Debbie? No? Okay, okay. Let's go to Mary then. I won't force you. Okay, Mary, it's your turn.
Okay. So what I wrote down is, jump, you won't fall. You have wings, you will fly. I'm not becoming, I am remembering. My needs matter, my dreams matter. It's time to run free. And I'm the living flame of my own remembering. There we go.
I love that.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
That's so deep. I'm like sitting here going, that goes really deep. It's amazing.
Okay, I'm going to read anyone else that wants to share. Okay, Yvonne, I'll come to you next. Let me read through some of in the chat thread here. Okay, we did Crystal's Debbie. I'm a psychic medium channeler. I channel an indigenous man named Bear. Speak what I see and feel. Leo, hi with Leo. Standing up for myself, allow myself to be and stay proud of myself for all that I have overcome. So for like honoring myself with no excuses, have the courage to express myself fully and share my experience and help others to overcome. Beautiful. Carrie, I am enough as I am. I will always walk to the beat of my own drum. I am a psychic medium healer. Debbie, are you crazy, Jack? Right. Yvonne, go ahead.
When Tiff was doing the meditation, I was brought to tears. And the reason was because when I envisioned people around me accepting me and acknowledging me for who I actually am, that's overwhelming, because I think that as much as we work on it, there's still those times where you don't feel like you're enough for the people around you and the people in your life. And that's the one thing that I feel like I'm starting to embrace, even though it's been working on it for a long time now. But just that idea of I am enough just the way I am, and that it is fine, scars and all. And I too, there are things I'm not thrilled about with the way I look at my body and things like that, but that doesn't mean that my friends and my family don't love me 101%. And who am I to say that they're wrong, right? I am so excited for this new phase of my life because of these realizations and because of what I've been learning in Empath School with Tiff, and everything I've been learning has been pushing me toward my path, which I always, being a massage therapist, I always knew I was a healer. And I always thought, okay, yeah, I can help people's muscles feel better. But now I know that my path is not just to make their bodies and muscles feel better. It's to help their souls, and it's to help walk with them, walk beside them into bliss, into a happier life. So I'm grateful for that.
Beautiful.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Yvonne. Ambria.
Sorry, I was having trouble unmuting. Hi.
Hi.
It's interesting. I haven't had a surge of adrenaline that big in a really long time. Like just hitting the raise my hand button. And I've had a lot of practice speaking in public and being on camera. And I felt like the biggest wave of adrenaline. And I just sat there and I was like, this is okay. Adrenaline is okay. Adrenaline is power. I can use adrenaline. Like having to talk myself through all the things that I haven't had to go there in a while. But one of the images that I had when we were doing the visualization was I saw this tiny little version of me, like tiny, big energy, and this tiny little version of me. And I felt like she was saying, why are you keeping me so small?
Oh.
And I said, what? And she said, why are you keeping me so small? You are vast. You are huge. Why are you keeping us so small?
Ooh.
And one of my hesitations the last little while, October's an interesting month for me because I love October. My little boy was born in October under the hunter moon, the full moon. October 21 years ago, October 8th, was also when I was admitted to the psych ward at UVRMC. It's an interesting anniversary for me, but it's also my brother's wedding anniversary, and it's the anniversary of a man that I dated years ago who actually ended up overdosing. But it was the first day that he went into jail and ended up in and out of rehabs. And it's a weird loaded month for me. It's also breast cancer awareness month. And this time around, I have breast cancer. It's been a very interesting roller coaster of a month in a lot of ways, a lot of peaks and valleys of energy. My husband, Matt, and you guys know Matt, the contract job that he got, and he has another starting with his good friends, another company that's starting, but they're having legal issues with getting incorporated right now. But the contract job that he had was canceled almost as soon as it was started. I've had a lot of big feelings in the past few days where I was almost going to back out of this. I was almost going to back out of this session, out of this class, because of just how much, and I have a sinus infection and I have a million excuses as to why I shouldn't have done this today. But one of my biggest hesitations recently in speaking out has been this fear that I started to get around wondering if I was actually dangerous in showing up not completely polished with my mental health, and still continuing to on occasion have suicidal ideation. October, there's also suicidal awareness, I think is October 6th, something like that. There's a lot that I'm rambling, and I can tell that I'm dodging. I do that when I'm dodging. It came to my attention recently that my siblings, a couple of them, had some hesitation around me being around their kids, around my nieces and nephews, because they were aware of a couple episodes of suicidal ideation that had happened when I was around them. And when I found that out, I became so flooded and overwhelmed and dysregulated that my little boy, Enzo, was crying, "Please, mommy, don't cry again. Please, mommy, don't cry again." And I really started to internalize the fact that I couldn't show up because I was dangerous, maybe. But as I've reflected on this the past couple weeks, and I went back today and I actually was reading journal entries from that time, a poem I wrote, which I actually thought about sharing today, but it's kind of long and I've never shared it publicly. I've shared it privately. As I was going over all of that, I can see my progress. I can see, to me, I see the courage. I see the bravery. I see the fact that even when I have driven off or walked off and been in those spaces, that I found my way back, that I've had angels, whether that's guardian angels or my higher self or source or just whatever that has, or God, or whatever that has been at different times. I've been interrupted. I didn't think I'd ever get back to this space that I was in 20 years ago. But I've also reflected and realized I'm not in the same space I was 20 years ago. I have a lot more self-awareness and I'm very different. And especially in reading that poem and reflecting back on where I was, I can see the wisdom and the courage even then, but I can also see the evolution. And I actually wrote down to, sorry, I'm taking up too much time, but what I wrote down, "There's a reason I am here. The words I hear and feel are mine to share. I haven't heard some of the things expressed or coached exactly the way that resonated with me because no one else was meant to share them. I'm meant to be the one to speak them.
Beautiful.
And that was something that I have had difficulty around sometimes, because I feel like I think these things differently than other people. I feel these things differently than other people. And sometimes in groups and spaces, I don't feel, I feel at home, but I feel different.
Mm-hmm.
And it was in the last little while that I've had that recognition that I'm never going to hear it spoken exactly the way that I feel it. I was waiting for that validation. Like I was waiting for it, almost like I needed to be validated that somebody else thought it exactly the way that I thought it. And I actually heard that voice, that you're not hearing it because you're the one that's supposed to speak.
Exactly, Ambria.
So
Beautiful.
I don't know. That was one of the, I'm usually more articulate than that. I usually do better than that.
You did.
There's so much
very
adrenaline,
well.
but
You did very well. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, Ambria. Okay, I'm going to read through the chat thread. Let me just see where we are. Deanne. Okay, Deanne. I'm standing fully in my crone era. I just want to tell all of you that I see you, who you are, where you're at, and where you're headed. I'm here, mind, body, and spirit. Michelle, I also got emotional when I had my loved ones around me. That's when I felt at peace. Heather, my truth ready to be seen is it's time to stand up to my family and speak my truth. What I wanted to say but have not, I now believe my voice matters. I matter just the way I am. Pat, my truth is to finish what I started long ago, resuming the use of my gifts, but in a completely different way, finishing my books, truly being heard as I am. Caroline, I've got to, oh, we love you, Caroline. She's going to go take a nap. It's bedtime. Helen, on this journey, I've learned about boundaries, self-care, and most importantly, living an authentic life, being true to myself and listening to my soul's desire and being seen. I have a big heart and I am sensitive. I am also a very emotional and empathetic person. Growing up, I thought I wasn't normal at all. I was listening to Tiff and Jack and I understand I'm totally normal. I am truly grateful for this. Today, what came to my mind, I am proud of myself and what I have had to traverse and accomplish. I have made mistakes, fallen, and gotten back up many times, but I have always stayed true to myself. I'm not sure what the next chapter in my life looks like now. I'm retired and it does feel a little scary. I can speak to my mom in spirit. I am a psychic medium, but not sure if I can go in that direction. I believe spirit will lead me. I trust. Okay, beautiful. Anyone else before we close our circle? Does anyone else want to share? Here you go. And like Ambria said, the adrenaline's real. It's a lot. But you've got this. Anyone else? Okay. Okay. All right. What I would like to do is to hold space for all of you for speaking your truth in the chat, in public, with your voice, and know that you matter. The way you think is very individualized. I actually love hearing that. Like you have your own tone. So we may not hear anyone say it just like we would say it. And that's why it's so important for you to say it. And with that, I also would love to invite any of you that feel like I am ready to take my gifts or my life or to be seen in a bigger way. I need to talk to you. So I'm offering connect calls. Alex, would you just drop in the chat thread my connect call link? And I would love to sit with you. I'd love to know where you are. And if there is a way that Tiff and I can support you in living louder, more true, more authentic, that's what this call is all about. We have lots of resources and ways to support you, and I would love to chat with you. So come book a connect call with me. It's free for everyone that attends the connect call I am gifting you access to our home study program. And that includes bag work. It's a big deal. And so come play, right, Jenny? Come play. We have things to talk about. Click the link, book a call, reply to the email. We'll send an email out with a replay. And this is for you. You're here for a reason, and we're here for you. So have a beautiful night. Thank you for being here. All of you are beautiful, exquisite humans. We're so happy you're here. We love you. Have a good night.
Bye, everyone.